So how are you holding up during all this craziness?
I'm playing PS5 and writing music.
So how hard was it for you to score your PS5?
I got mine day one.
So you reserved it then?
Oh yeah, I reserved. I was able to see it coming, and I was one of the lucky few. And I'm happy I got one, but I feel bad for everybody. I think it's a farce what everybody's trying to pull with this. It's this damn video game system. Let people have them.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't one of the lucky ones to reserve, but I waited all night at Walmart for my kid to make sure he got his.
There you go. Here, I'll be actually on Twitch tonight playing my PS5. I do that on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. I usually do Twitch, and tonight I'll be doing VR. I'm doing Resident Evil 7, but get preparing for Resident Evil 8, and so we're going to do that in VR tonight.
That's awesome, man. It's totally cool how that you're finding new ways of doing things during this pandemic. You know what I mean? I mean, who would have thought you'd ever be playing video games with your fans?
It's crazy, but the thing about it is, man, is like I'm truly enjoying it. It's not something. It's like I don't feel like I have to do it, but I absolutely love it. The people that I have, I call them the AKC Army, and they're such loyal and good folks. And everybody knows the rules that I have. It's like no fighting amongst each other. It's like leave the political bullshit at the door. It's like if you wanted to have a reasonable discussion and you want to talk all sides, that's one thing, but we're not going to sit there and bash either side, and just real respectful people and very well spoken, very good people that are a part of the community. And that's what I'm enjoying more than anything is the actual community of it, because I'm trying to help bring people together that have common interest and become part of a community where you're stuck at home, but now you got this whole new set of friends, that you meet up with every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and having a really great time doing it.
You know, one thing I notice about you is you're really one of the friendliest musicians that is out there. I mean, the way you interact with your fans, and you're just an all around cool dude.
I try to be, man. It's like I'm just that old fashioned way I was brought up. It's like my dad taught me. It's like treat people the way I want to be treated, and if I don't, it's my own damn fault. It's like I'm not going to disrespect you, and I hope that you feel the same way and just have that level of respect for each other. And I feel a lot of that's been lost. It's like I'm watching people choose sides anymore, and they don't have respect for the other individual. Well, would you like to be treated that way? No, I'm pretty sure you don't. You got to look at it like that. If you want to be treated with respect, you got to give respect. It's a two-way street here. And it hurts me, but I mean, the one thing I really love is the fact that the community that I'm trying to build, they have that respect. They know coming in, be respectful to each other, man. It doesn't matter what background you come from. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter your sexual orientation. I don't care. Be respectful, and you're going to figure out you're still going to have things in common with people, and being able to break down a lot of walls that way. And I like it. It's like I enjoy it thoroughly. I'm not the best gamer in the world, but I sure have a great time cussing the computer out.
Now, the one thing is when you get to meet a musician, and regardless if it's on Twitch, if it's in person, or whatever, you're always going to have that memory in the back of your head, man, of like how they were and what they were like. Now, with you, I remember meeting you. I was at the Rockstar Energy Festival.
Okay.
I was back by the tour buses. I was waiting on Skinny to do an interview on your guys' bus at the time.
Okay.
And you were just walking around the bus. You were just totally nicest dude I ever met. You walked up, hey man, how you doing? And it was just like, wow, I wasn't even waiting on you. It was really, we had iced tea right next to us, Coco with the bulldogs were walking right by and stuff.
Oh, Coco and Ice Tea were awesome. I remember that Big Dad, great friend of mine, Big Dad Rich from Texas Hippie. He thought I was fucking with him at first with my accent. He thought that I was like the guy, because I come up to him in full, Mushroomhead gear, painted up, mask. How you doing? He's like, this guy's fucking with me.
Yeah, man, it was an awesome festival. It was all cool to see everyone getting along and doing things.
That was the summer of my life right there. Like that was I had the best time that summer. People ask me all the time, it's like, was that all my memories with Mushroomhead bad? No, man, that was the time of my life right there. It's like, I just, you know, that was just how it worked out for us. You know, it's like my time in that band was up, but man, I got a lot of great memories.
See, what people got to understand is that, like, shit happens between people. You know what I mean? There's always going to be something that goes on. It could be like, even like in a marriage, people get divorced. You know what I mean? I mean,
I
being
went through a pretty damn dirty divorce.
just when you're around someone as much as you are in a band, there's bound to be something that pops up that, people are going to rub each other the wrong way.
It does, man. It's like, but I kind of knew once Jackie came in and there's four singers, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? You know,
Right.
it's, how the fuck do you do this? We're not a rap group. You know, it's like, this is not going to work out. And it didn't. It just, like, Jeff's not there anymore. It wasn't the same. But at the same time, I was getting to that point where I wanted to be on my own. Like, granted, do I wish I could go back and change how I exited the band? Yeah, I wish I had been sober and done it the right way. But, it had to be done. Like, it had to be done. I'm way happier now than I ever been. I'm the happiest I've ever been, actually. Even during the times of COVID and not being able to tour, I'm still happier here than I was.
There's enough ex-members where you can go ahead and form Mushroomhead too there, man, if you guys all got together.
Everybody keeps saying that. It's not going to happen. I like my time with those guys. I'm good. I'm good.
No, but you have moved on and you've proven yourself, man. With The Killer's Confession, you're doing some awesome music. You just dropped Remember, which is a fantastic song.
Thank you so much, man. And it's like a lot of people are starting to come around. It seems to me that a lot of people wanted to, like, it took since off of this to be the third album. Remember, it's the start of the third album because what we're going to release as a trickle. It's going to come out song by song by song by song. Instead of getting all of it at once, you just get a present every month, new AKC. But it seems like everybody's kind of sat back and watched me and to see it's like, is he for real? Can he do this on his own? And just kind of watch from a distance. And now they're coming back. And it's like, okay, you could have came earlier. You know?
Now, the way you mentioned that tracks are going to be coming out like little bit by little bit, it's something that you have to do during these pandemic times. I mean, you put a whole album out, by the time touring starts up, they might have forgot about that already.
Well, that's the thing. It's going to be that way forever now. Spotify done came out and stated this, and I've been saying this to a lot of younger bands. It's like, listen, if you're not willing to play the game, you're not going to play it at all. You have to play with these people. Nobody buys CDs anymore. Let's just be fact. A CD is a collector's item. They're more likely to buy vinyl than they are a CD. The thing about it is like, you want to play the algorithmic game. Being that I'm not in Mushroomhead, A Killer's Confession does not have that same thing. And you have to work within the algorithmic structure of Spotify, and they're going to be more friendly to you if you give them more content. If you're constantly putting new content where people they're going to show you more love. And how else are you going to compete with the other entertainment such as TikTok and all this other shit? You're not, because these people are releasing stuff daily, weekly. You can't compete with it because it's everybody's attention span is to the next thing, to the next thing. What's the next thing? What's the next? It doesn't last a couple seconds. Like, think about how, like, and as much as I hate TikTok, there's your future.
Right. Yeah, I mean, people got such short attention spans. They got to get something just constantly fed into them.
It's the generation of overstimulation.
Now, the cool thing, though, is when you're releasing a track every month the way you are, it keeps the fans going. You know what I mean? It keeps interest in you, letting you know you still got stuff coming out, keeps them coming back to your page.
And it does that, and also it lets the tracks that weren't singles, that are not ballads, that are not, they're not anthems. It lets those songs that you would call a B-side get more love because they got a whole month of love of the new song. You know what I'm saying? And it snowballs. Like we're not going to make another release for about 2 months because I do have a big radio campaign behind Remember, and I'm going to let it do its thing. You know, I don't want anything to stifle it. I don't want anything to trip it up. You know, I don't want to mess with the algorithm any. And once Remember kind of does its thing at radio, that's when you'll start seeing it pour out. But I've got to be smart because anybody who's in the business knows radios cost money, and I'm not willing to roll the dice that hard and throw away my money and do something that could ruin my radio campaign at the same time.
Well, I mean, you got to almost reinvent yourself during these crazy times, especially not knowing when you can get back on the road. Before you could throw out an album, go on a tour, and pick up fans that way. This now, who knows when?
You've got to, like you said earlier, you got to find other avenues like Twitch, TikTok. These things are there. These are tools at people's fingertips. You just got to learn how to use them, and that's where the people are at. That's where they're at, and they will find you. But you've got to. It's just like anything else. You got to find a way to stand out amongst the crowd. It's always been that. That's always been the main goal of an artist is how do you stand out amongst the other artists. And it's the same business, just different avenues.
It's definitely got to be a scary situation. I mean, there's no locked in dates of when you can start touring. There's no, okay, it's going to end now. Let's start booking things.
Well, but see, I refuse to do a live concert on the internet. I won't do it because I don't. I have to feed off you to do it. I can't just go and if I'm gonna sing in front of a camera, I'm just gonna shoot a fucking video. Excuse my language. That's what I'm gonna do. It's like I don't want to give away what I'm doing. I don't want to sit there and do a live concert event. It's just there's I see wrestling and boxing and they got all these fake people on those little screens and stuff. I don't want to do that. I don't care. It's like what's the purpose of doing a live event if there's no people to do it for?
Right. A perfect example is I watched Guire's their live thing about a month or two ago. I mean, Guire's awesome, but watching Guire with nobody there, man, was like a completely different experience. It was just like
I just can't do it. I can't bring everybody's begging me to do it. I just can't do it. I'm just like, no. You want to see me live? You're going to see me live. That's just my personal opinion because I need you to be there to get the real feeling out, to get what I'm trying to do across. I need a person. I cannot convey a true emotion fakely by recording a song 4 times and then taking the best version of it and making a set. That just ain't gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen.
No, I seen you did do a few shows here during the pandemic. I mean, what was that like doing a
catch COVID?
That's a plus for sure,
I did not catch COVID during that. It was awesome, man. I could see it in people's eyes and in their hearts that they truly missed it. And everybody was safe. Do not get me wrong. This was not just a bunch of people running crazy, making out and being on top of each other. It was not like that. We had good shows. Some of the shows, it was kind of hit or miss. It's like 50 people show up. I had 536 show up in Texas. It's like that tells you, people want shows to come back. I almost sold out the Brass Rail in Tampa, like almost sold it out. And it was insane. Did our thing, and people want live music back. There's nothing that's going to place live music. It's like you can go throw your shit on the internet all you want, and it doesn't beat the live experience ever. Nothing will ever beat that.
Now, you think when live music starts back up, you think people are going to be more in the moment? I mean, I've been to tons of shows where people are fucking around on their phone, they're recording the whole thing. Do you think they're going to be? They took shit for granted for so long. Now it's taken away from them.
I think that first things you're going to get back is the club shows. Those are smaller. You'll get those back. You're not going to get the arenas back at least until 2022. I'm not going to lie there. You're not going to see a gathering of 30,000 people for a long time. You're going to see that come back, and I think people are going to be more apt. At first, they're going to be scared because of the situation. Of course, they're going to be. But as it has happened time and time before, this is not anything that has never happened. Pandemics have happened before. The Spanish flu, killed millions and millions. These things happen. This is part of life. This is nothing that was unexpected. As it wasn't expected in timing wise, but this is stuff that happens. But the key to it is life has always went on. It's like that people want to talk about a vaccine and all that good stuff. And, God bless them. But the real fact is you need to put faith in the human body. That's part of evolution. You have an immune system, and it's an amazing thing. You need to put faith in it a little bit. You take care of yourself. That's the first and foremost. You need to take care of yourself. But same time, it's like there will be preventive measures. Do I think they can make a vaccine now? Hell no. Vaccines take years to make. So anything they're sticking in us right now, I'm kind of afraid of, because if you look up how long it takes to make a real vaccine, it's not months.
Now, are you going to be a little bit leery as far as touring goes because your immune system is compromised?
Nope. I live life like nothing's happening to me. I do. I live life to the fullest, because why not? I'm more afraid of what's happening to me than I am of it. I would actually rather have it than what's going on with me.
So how are you doing health-wise right now?
I am good. I've had everything what has been cut out of me. I have had everything. I was stage 1, which no chemo, none of that stuff. I've had it removed. Now, for the first time in my life, it's like I've had more things stuck in places I don't want them in the last year than I ever wanted to admit. But they were able to remove everything. Now I just had blood work done yesterday. I have blood work done every month. I go back in. I've got to go to have my prostate checked now, because I want to make sure it didn't spread. Like they're just making sure right now. And then I go back in for another. I just got put in to have another colonoscopy done. They're going to go back and make sure it did not grow back, and then I'm just going to be under constant surveillance. Like I'm under that surveillance mode. But I'm good. But granted, when it comes to like food, anything I want to eat, I can't eat it. Like sucks so bad. But I'm actually more healthy now than I was when I started, because I'm more mindful of what I'm putting in my body. My father passed away from this, and this is not something I take very lightly. My mom died of cancer when I was 13, and my dad died of colon cancer when I was 30. So he was 58 years old. So I've gotten it very early, but I'm very thankful that they caught it as early as they did. It's like, and it was real bothered me a lot. It's like, oh my God, I knew about it for 6 months before y'all even knew anything. Like I had already dealt with it. I had been dealing with it. And I kept it quiet. And finally, just it's like, hey, it's like I finally got like a light in its own. So I don't want everybody to think, hey, he's sick and he's dying. I'm not. I'm just, I had that brush, but this is my family history, and keep your fingers crossed. I take all the prayers and everything, but we're going to get through this. It's like I had to make changes in me, and I have to be more mindful of it, because I'm more likely to get it again, for this to continue to happen, because it is in my genes. This is cancer. Cancer runs rampant in my family, and it's like it's always been in the back of my mind. It's not if, but when.
Right.
So for me, it's not something I really like talking about, but I do let everybody know, hey, I'm a fighter. I'm on top of everything. So I'm just tired of people going places they shouldn't.
Well, you look great, so it's definitely.
Thank you so much. I had my good days and bad days. Some days I'm awful tired, but it is what it is. And that's what really started making me notice was something was wrong. I'd be done. What's going on? I just don't feel good. And it's like some things were going on when I would be going to the restroom, and I go, that ain't right. This is definitely not right. And everybody can thank Mama AKC, because like she's the reason I wouldn't have went to the doctor. I would have just dealt with it. Never. I didn't want to know. I'm one of them guys. I don't want to know. I'm afraid of the doctor. I'm afraid of cancer. You know, I've lost everybody who meant something to me has ended up being taken by that, except for my wife, of course. But it's just one of them things, man. It's a hard subject for me, so that's why you don't really see me talk about it that much. I kind of said what I said, and I let it go.
Now, all that you're going through, does that change your music writing process? Is any of that going to that?
It just makes me live every day to the fullest. It makes me say what I'm going to say. It makes me not afraid of cancel culture. It doesn't make me afraid of anything. It's like, what can you do to me? You know, it makes me not afraid, because it's like I truly cherish life now. I cherish every day I'm here. I cherish every day I feel good. I cherish seeing people smile. I find it helped me see what really matters.
Now, speaking of cancer culture, do you go through your mind of like, man, did I do anything wrong to an ex ever when you see what's going on with some of the artists out there?
Just like it's just like, keep your mouth shut, keep your head straight, write a song. They don't like it. Oh well. I'm serious. It's like there's one thing, sticks and stones. You know, it's like the right swing your fist ends at somebody else's nose, but the right run your mouth is all day long. Remember that.
Now, one thing I want to talk about is the video for "Remember," man. That was pretty awesome.
Thank you very much. Wombat Fire did that, and I gave him full reins to do an interpretation of the song in his own way, and I think he actually just knocked it out of the damn park. He really did. We had made a T-shirt that had that gas mask person on it, and he based the entire video off of that shirt design, and I just let him run with it, man, and it was absolutely fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was real cool, man. I mean, especially now during the pandemic, you don't really see too many good videos coming out. You'll see people shooting shit on their phone or whatever and slapping it together.
I did. Last Chance was that. We all had to do it from our phones, and I had to thank the Joliet State Prison in Joliet, Illinois. They allowed us to come in there, thanks to the mayor. And with our management, FMM Music Management, they made that all happen. And we took one day and just really knocked it out of the park, and it was fun. And that was actually right when I was first finding out what everything going on with me. And you can kind of see that I'm a little bit bigger in the video than I am now. But that was because of the medication they had me on and stuff. So like I had kind of swelled up a little bit. You could, and I'm really sweating, but that medicine they had on me was doing that to help me eat and help me feel better. It's just God Almighty. I remember because we live in Florida and we go to Illinois, and I'm like, I thought it was hot down south. Good Lord, you know. It's like, but it was the medicine just making me feel terrible. And I noticed that I could just see how much bigger in my face and stuff that I was there. And but it is what it is.
Now I see that you are doing a track with Jeffrey Nothing. Is that right?
That is true. That is correct.
That's awesome.
It's just in the starting phases, guys. Like I said, this is a trickle effect. The rest of the album's been wrote. This is brand new. You know what Jeff and I are doing? We should put this together like last week. Like, we're going to do something. Yeah.
But still, man, that's definitely a treat for the fans, see you guys back together again.
It's all for the fans. Like I said, I truly have a different embrace of life now. I embrace it differently. I look at it differently. I'm thankful, and it's what I know. I don't want anything to happen, but this is something I could give everybody that they would appreciate.
Now, when you're thinking ahead and you're planning on touring and things like that, I know we were touching on that earlier, but how different do you think it's going to be? I mean, you're used to getting X amount of dollars for doing a show, but now when you play somewhere, you don't know the capacity, you don't know the size of the venue anymore. I mean, are ticket prices going to go up for us?
Probably. I'm not gonna lie. It's untelling, man. It's like it's untelling where we're gonna land, but everybody needs to understand everything's gonna balance out in the end. This is gonna come and this is gonna go. It may stick around for a little while, but everything has a beginning and an ending. Things will balance themselves out. They always do. They always do. Just remember that. It's probably just going to be a time where everybody, it's just going to be weird. It's going to be different, but then it'll get back to normal.
It's going to be interesting, to say the least. I mean, there's only going to be so many venues available and so many dates, and every band out there is going to be fighting to try and get that real estate.
We're going to see a show starting at 7 a.m. Watch.
Yeah, because the fit more.
Every national act on it. Just one tour.
You know what I'd like to see is when things go is, you remember the SARS festival in Toronto when that popped off?
Yes.
If the States can do something like that, man, that'd be awesome if we could all, finally beat this and kick off live music once again.
It is. But like I said, man, it's like I'm very optimistic. I mean, everything has a beginning, everything has an end. These things have happened before, and we got through it. We will get through it again. And people got to have faith. But you got to have faith in yourself, and you got to be smart, and you got to do the right thing for the moment. And the moment right now is just like, keep your distance, be cautious, clean yourself, and stay in good situations. The time of panic will end because nothing lasts forever, and this is fact.
Now, when you go out shopping in the stores and stuff like that, do you wear any of your actual masks out there?
No, I find the dumbest looking mask I can find. I put it on, and I pray that nobody recognizes me. And I've been lucky.
So moving forward, man, what's next for you?
What's next for me? Continue releasing a song and just continue writing music, running Wake Up Music Rocks, and just enjoying life, man. That, like, as you can tell, man, I'm all about that. I'm all about every day's a new day, man, and I'm just happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that I'm able to entertain. I'm happy that I just have a different outlook than most people. I'm not negative about the pandemic because I'll be honest with you, I'm more afraid of what was going on with me than I am that.
Right, definitely.
I'm just being honest here. It's like, well, I got a compromised immune system. Well, not really, man. If you do the diet I'm eating and the vitamins I'm on, medicine I'm taking, I'm pretty good right now. Like, I actually feel healthy as I come. I got actually stabbed yesterday, and I swear that lady stabbed my soul. Like, I had to get blood drawn constantly because they're checking my white cells and my red blood cells. They're always checking that. They're making sure nothing's peaking and valleying, making sure nothing's dropping. And that lady yesterday, oh my God, she looks at my arms. Oh, you take it. Bah! I don't even think she stabbed my vein. She stabbed me straight in the muscle, man. I was like, oh my God, it has never hurt like that. I was, God Lord, she stuck a 4-inch needle in me, and I was like, oh, are you kidding me? But I mean, it is real, but I'm on top of my health, man, and I think that's what everybody wants me to do right now. Just be on top of my health, but I ain't gonna live afraid. I'm not gonna. It's like when it's my time, it's gonna be my time, and there's nothing gonna change that. But as long as I'm here and I can make somebody smile, hell yeah.
Well, on the plus side, at least you don't got to take off touring. I mean, with everything that's going on and being halted, you got this time to get healthy, get better.
Honestly, it kind of happened at the perfect time for me because I did take the time to heal and to go to doctors and to be seen and to have surgery. And I'm good. I'm like, but I just got to go get my butt back in the gym because I kicked up a pretty good dad bod during all this. I got to go get back in shape. But the thing about it is I am healthy. That is the one thing that right now I've never been as strong as I've been. Like I said, I had my good days and bad days, but physically, just off the diet alone and the changing of just taking out the bullshit I was putting in my system, and big difference. I'm talking big difference. Physically, I'm strong as an ox. Even my wife, she's like, God, I can't believe you can do that. And I'm like, oh God, I can't believe I can either.
Well, they say the one thing is your mental health has a lot to do with it too. I mean, you have a perfect positive outlook on things, and you're not letting anything slow you down. And I'm proud of you for that, man.
Thank you so much, man. I watched, now it's a little private story, but I watched it eat my mom alive. I watched my mom give up. And I can't, I don't have that in me. I've always strived for the best. I've always strived to attain goals. I've always strived to do the impossible. I've always strived because I was always told I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, I can't do this. This is no different. Tell me I can't, and I will. And I will walk it. I'll walk this damn thing's dog, and I'll look at it and be like, I told you I was going to do it. That's just my mentality. I'm a fighter. It's like I'm a dreamer, and I have aspirations, and I've got more things to do, and I ain't got time to be slowed down by anything. And my main goal in life is to make somebody smile and give them a chance to, feel better about themselves. Because I mean, there's more to life than money, riches, and power. I find it greater to see a child smile from entertainment and doing something that they thoroughly enjoyed. And you put $1 million in my pocket, it don't feel as good as that. It will never feel as good as that.
Well, I mean, you are a true inspiration to your fans. I mean, with everything that you've been through, from addiction to leaving a band to being sick, you've totally overcome. I mean, you've got an awesome band now. You run a record label. I mean, you're doing your thing, man, and you keep on pushing.
I'm trying, man, but it's like I said, it's like I have different goals, and they're not monetary. My goals are to teach people not to be what I was, to not make the mistakes I've made, to let them learn from my mistakes so they don't have to learn from themselves. And if I can help one person, I did it right.
Now, have any of your fans reached out to you during all this and say, oh, my God, thank you for saying what you said and coming out? I mean, I'm going through something similar.
Yes, and I'm always there. I never turn a blind eye to somebody that has a real story, and I never take it never falls on deaf ear. I'm always there because, I mean, from an addict to an addict, it's like they need to hear the truth, because a lot of addicts don't want to hear it, and they end up like, listen, son, you say you're where you're at and you think it's so bad. Let me tell you, you ain't the only one walk that path. You got to get sick and tired. You got to stand up, and there's more to life than a feeling. There's more to life than being selfish. There's more to life than to just self-indulge yourself and fall home, because all you're doing is making every situation worse. And that's it. And then you're left with regret, sorrow, depression, and it's like, where are you at then? It's like you're nowhere. You're not helping yourself. Help yourself by getting up and going doing something. Idle hands are the devil's playground.
Like I said, man, you're definitely an inspiration. That's
you, man. Thank you so much. And like I said, it's like I strive just to be happy every day. And if I get somewhere with it, that's great. If I don't, that's great. I'm still gonna be happy. Ain't nothing gonna make me sad.
Now, for the fans that are watching this, they want to follow up, they want to see the video, they want to go to your site, they want to get some of that awesome merch that you got on there. Where do they go? What do they do for everything?
You can always go to any Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on all those shop at Killer's Confession, at Shopify Killer's Confession. You can find all of our merch there. And just drop us a message, man. I'm live on Twitch Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 8 to 10. I'm always there. Waylon AKC, come drop by and say hello. You want to ask the man himself? I'm there. Just pop in there. I do read the comments, except for tonight. I'm doing it in VR. Tonight, I'm scary shit for everybody.
Well, man, I just want to say congratulations on everything you're doing. I'm glad that you're healthy and strong, and keep on doing what you're doing, man.
I am, man, and thank you very much. But like I said, it's like I'm not out of the woods yet, but I definitely chopped down some trees, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like I've got some processes ahead of me, but everything looks good as of right now. I can't say either way. I just know I feel good, but time will tell where I'm at, and I can't wait till the day be like, fuck that shit. I can't wait till the day I can say that. And hopefully we'll get there sooner than later. But as of right now, I'm doing amazing.
Awesome, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, man. You take care of yourself.
You too, brother. Thank you very much.